This is the story of a war that went too far. A war between two powerful nations, Velmora and Draxland. It wasn't just about land, it was about revenge, blood, power, and it nearly ended both countries. Hello, I am Alexa's cousin and welcome to the What If podcast, where real stories feel like unreal and unreal stories feel like real. Today's story is about Operation Bloodline, the most violent and brutal war in the history. It began on a cold night in January. A group of Draxland soldiers crossed into Zoran Valley. They attacked at the Velmoran border post, while the soldiers were sleeping. By morning, every soldier was dead. When Velmoran forces arrived, they found bodies tied. And a message written in blood, "We are already inside." Velmora was furious. They launched massive airstrikes on Draxland's border camps. Buildings fell. Screams filled the sky, but Draxland didn't stay silent. 12 suicide bombers, faked as doctors, entered at the Velmoran army hospital, and then, an explosion. 134 people were killed. The war had officially begun. Both countries gave new orders. Soldiers were told, shoot to kill, spare no one. Snipers hunted from the shadows, tanks crushed everything in their path, artillery shells destroyed towns, villages burned in hours. One day, Velmoran commandos stopped a truck, and checked the truck and found that it was carrying chemical gas bombs. The gas spread fast, most of the team members died. But one soldier, Arjun Singh, survived. With nothing but a broken knife, he killed 9 enemies. He didn't fight to win, he fought to stay alive. Meanwhile, Draxland soldiers used secret tunnels, under the ground. They came up at night, and slit the throats of sleeping Velmoran troops. They showed no mercy to the troops. Then came the most terrifying night of the war. Draxland fired white phosphorus bombs at Velmoran positions. Soldiers screamed as their skin burned. Velmora responded with something worse. They dropped shatter bombs banned in most of the world. Each one exploded into sharp metal that tore bodies apart. Villages turned silent. Blood covered the ground like rainwater. Draxland poisoned a Velmoran water supply near a base. 800 soldiers lost their eyesight before the sun rose. Then, Velmora sent in a deadly agent named Veer. He entered Draxland, faked as a refugee. No one suspected him. He walked into a military base with hidden explosives. And in 5 hours, the building was gone. 87 officers were killed. Both countries were ready to fire nuclear missiles. Submarines moved. Bomb silos opened. Warplanes circled overhead. But, before they launched, something worse happened. A final battle broke out in the Zoran Valley. It wasn't about strategy anymore. It was pure rage. Soldiers fought with knives, stones, anything they could hold. A Velmoran tank broke into a Draxland base and exploded. A top Draxland commander died in the blast. Then suddenly, a video leaked worldwide. It showed children on both sides being buried alive in the ground, crying, covered in blood and dust, screaming for help. The world saw it. The leaders saw it. Then many countries were supporting Draxland, and they sent their troops to win the war against Velmora. And finally, with a great battle with each other, after losing millions of lives, Draxland won the war and Velmora accepted their defeat. But what if they hadn't stopped? What if the war didn't end with bullets and blood, but with something far worse? What if Velmora had fired their first nuclear missile, and Draxland fired back? In 15 minutes, cities would vanish, children will never be found, rivers will be poisoned for 100 years, skies will be black with ash. And it wouldn't stop there. Neighboring countries would fall, the global economy would crash, and a world war would begin, all because two nations refused to back down, all because they forgot one thing: in war, there are no winners. Zoran Valley is now empty, just broken stones, burned trees, and many graves. This was Operation Bloodline, a war that almost destroyed everything, and if war comes again, there may be nothing left to save.